Today's topic is butt stuff.
I don't know, butt stuff.
So Nick,
Yeah.
our good friend Sean Pitts,
It's fine. This is the Pits. How are you?
he's 23.
Uh-huh.
He has a question for us.
Awesome. I
My
can't wait for
question
this
is,
one. Let's twist his mind.
how do you bring up butt stuff?
Oh. Delicately, and with
Yeah.
a lot of care, and slowly. No, in all seriousness, what I would do is, if, like anything in your relationship that you want to talk about, any broach, anything you want sexually, talk openly and honestly
Yeah,
with your
the best way to
significant
bring
other.
up butt stuff is to actually bring up butt stuff.
Yeah, you look at your significant other, you say, I want to talk to you about something, and I'm serious about this.
Look at me when you do it.
I would like to talk to you about butt stuff.
You probably shouldn't say that though. Not that, right?
Hey, I have a sexual need that I would like you to fulfill,
No.
if you are comfortable with it.
We're getting somewhere. I think the best
So
way to bring
basically,
it up.
don't say, what are your thoughts on anal?
Yeah, don't do that.
So you're sitting there talking about, you're like, what are your thoughts on anal?
I think a good way to bring it up is to start talking about sex stuff.
Sure.
General sex stuff.
Yeah.
And have that conversation of, oh, is there anything that like you want to try?
Yeah.
Because that puts it on them.
Right.
You know? Then you can have that open conversation of, oh, I'm kind of interested in this or that, or I'm not interested in that. That gives you your first red flag.
Or you could just ask two dipshits the question, have them make a video about it, and then tweet it at your girlfriend.
You should do that.
Because I'm sure she'll like that a lot.
The most important thing about all of this, whether it's love or sex stuff, is consent.
Consent.
You need to
You make sure she is okay with it and
Yeah.
into it. If your partner wants you to do something that you're not quite comfortable with, but you're open to the idea, like maybe it's not your thing, but you're like, you know what, he or she wants it, let's give it a shot, do it with, be careful, be safe, be sane, don't be drunk when you're doing it, don't be
Yeah.
on any illicit substances when you're doing it. Here's what you don't do. Don't just try it out of the blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the worst
That's
thing
the
you can
worst
do.
thing you could do. As with everything in life that pertains to a significant other, you want them to be okay with what you're doing. So you can't just spring it on them.
Yeah.
You can't just like, they're getting dressed and you're in the closet in full ninja garb and then boom, you spring anal on them. You can't do that.
It's not
Don't
good.
do that.
The idea of thinking like, oh, I accidentally slipped it in. That's not cute.
No, not cute.
That's
They
not
don't
like
like
a
that.
real thing.
That is not a good thing.
No, for a lot of people, the only reason they're into it is this like domination thing, which is fine if that's your thing. You know what I mean?
Maybe yes or no. I think for guys, like we just want to put our penises anywhere we possibly can.
But I think it's more about we want to put our penises where we can't.
That's true. That's true. I think for a lot of guys that the idea of anal sex is it's taboo. We all want it. You're right, because we can't have it, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, also, guys, just know that she's probably not going to want to do this. Do not pressure her. If you want to talk to her, talk openly and honestly about it.
There's nothing weird about it. It's not
No.
a bad thing.
No, I'm not
Like
saying it's
there's a
a bad
lot
thing.
of girls that are totally into it, and if you're into it, support that. Be open, and you should also confront and let your guy know, hey, I like this. Like,
Yeah.
let's try this.
Tim, there's a flip side of this coin now, which is that what if he's actually more interested in asking her to play with his anus?
I mean, there's always a backdoor to every question. And sometimes it feels right, and sometimes it feels wrong. And that's
Right.
really up to you, you know?
Just ask. That's the best thing to do. Don't beat
And
around
there's
the bush.
nothing wrong with it, too. That's the most important part. Sex is weird. Sex,
Weird.
even normal sex isn't normal.
No.
It's really, really weird.
Yeah.
So if there's something that you want and you think that it's wrong, it's probably not, but talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it. And if you're dating someone who wants to talk about something weird, or if you think it's weird, be open to it. Because you know what? People have a lot of weird stuff going on in that noggin, right? Maybe they want you to just hit them in the as hard as humanly possible, but not look them in the eye when you're doing it.
So if you guys have any questions that you would, for some reason, want us to answer about love and sex stuff, please go to kindoffunny.com/loveandsex, fill out the form, and we'll get to them eventually.
Maybe she wants you to just stand there and she'll shame you. You know what I mean?
I mean, hey.